Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a tier list for the Conjuring universe. With Conjuring the Last Rites being made now, I thought now would be a perfect time to go back and rank all of the Conjuring movies, even the not so great spin-offs. Totally don't have a certain one in mind. Totally not. Shut up. But before we get into any of that, if you want to see more of my videos, like, comment, subscribe to tell me what you want a tier list of. You can join my Patreon where I do exclusive videos, photo mode, pictures I've taken, a bunch of other stuff, and let's get into the video. Starting it off with Annabelle 1. It's definitely the weakest of the Annabelle trilogy. I don't think, like, it's not this. How do I want to say this? The way they filmed it, like, there's some shots that I do like. However, I don't like that they kind of sidelined the doll itself, focus more on a demon. And I get the demons use dolls and objects as conduits, but I think it could have focused more around the doll more, instead of it just being like a cult, a demon. Also, the characters are kind of forgettable for me. Like, I did like Mia, but her husband was kind of forgettable. There's a lot of like forgettable moments in this, which I don't want in a scary movie. So I think this is going on. They shouldn't exist. Now, Annabelle Creation is another beast entirely. Because it's focused around the doll. It's focused around Annabelle. Yes, we still see the demon, but this time the demon is a second character, and the doll is the central character, which I think is what you should do if a scary movie is called Annabelle. You have it focused around Annabelle. I like the fact, the story, how the Higgins are trying to make up for the loss of their daughter, so they're bringing in like orphans to try and make their house an orphanage, not knowing that they're basically doing what the demon wants and is bringing him a vessel to get the fuck out of there. The scares were top tier. Some of the shots were really good. So this one is going. Is it top? Is it top A tier or S tier? It's A tier. We're going to finalize this at the end. Okay. Annabelle Comes Home. Not my favorite film, but it's also not the worst. This one, uh, this one is basically if the Conjuring and Goosebumps had a baby. Like this is literally. I felt like I was watching a Goosebumps episode. I like the idea that it was kind of based around the Warren's daughter, whose name I'm blanking on. I'll put it up here somewhere. But yeah, the idea that it wasn't necessarily based around Ed and Lorraine, but more so their daughter, who, yeah, let's be honest, if she's around all these haunted, cursed, possessed objects, sooner or later she was gonna have a run-in with them, especially with our girl Annabelle. Also, did you guys hear that Annabelle is missing? Like the actual doll is missing. That's not terrifying at all. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this in sufficient, but with problems. Because it's not the best one, but it's also not as bad as the first one. Now we're getting into the main 3 Conjuring movies. Next up, Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Oh my lord. The anticipation when they announced this film. And leading up to it, watching it right when it dropped on HBO Max, which was really, really late / early. That was probably the best hour and some change. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, they dropped it on HBO Max and in theaters at the same time. Like, not at the same time, but they dropped. I think it was during the pandemic. I could be completely wrong about this, in which case, Now, is this the strongest entry? Not really. Did I have fun with it though? Hell yes. The court case that this is based around is so intriguing because the guy in this movie, Arnie, killed his landlord after getting possessed by the same demon that possessed his girlfriend's little brother, and he got so fed up with it during the exorcism that he basically grabbed the child and was like, "Stop messing with my little bro, take me." And the demon was like, "I bet." Possessed him. Kid became unpossessed, but exorcism successful. Or so they thought. And so he went to court because he killed his landlord. So Ed and Lorraine had to basically say, like, he's not a killer, he was just possessed. and it makes for such a good movie. That's why I'm going to put this controversial. This is A tier for me. Only because of the acting from the actor who played Arnie, Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga. Next up, oof, the one that started it all, The Conjuring-1. I love this movie so much. I love this movie like I love Spider-Man. And y'all know y'all know that is my boy. This movie when it came out was the scariest film I ever saw. It still spooks me now, but in a different way because now I've read up on the Conjuring, like the actual Conjuring house, what actually happened. I'm more knowledgeable about the Warrens. I'm more I'm more into ghost hunting and all that. So now it impacts me in a different way. The scares, just everything that James Wan did, from the directing, the actors, the scares. Everything is just top tier. And it was a different take on the stereotypical haunted house because it felt like it had more history, more depth than just, oh hey, spooky house, spooky. Okay, please tell me y'all heard that too. Please tell me y'all heard that too, and it wasn't just me. It wasn't just spooky ghost house, spooky ghost lady. And also, it didn't help on my Patrick Wilson crush. Also gave me a crush on Vera Farmiga, so, you know, by panic. That's why it's going S tier, because it has to. It has to go S tier. It just has to go S tier. Next up, The Conjuring 2. Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this masterpiece? This masterclass on how a sequel is better than the original. The Conjuring 2 takes us to England, which is a nice change of pace from, I want to say, Rhode Island, from the first one. I loved the child actors and actresses in this one. They did a phenomenal job. Especially the actress that played Janet, she sold it. She did such a great job. And also, it introduced us to our girl Valak, which Slay Queen. And we'll get into her movies in a bit. But my God, never in a American movie have I seen a demon or a farm as much as Valak did in this damn movie. Just even in the poster, she is aura farming. I saw this movie in theaters, and I think that helped with how much I loved this film because it's the only Conjuring film I've seen in theaters. So, of course, I'm gonna have a special place in my heart for it. Also, because I saw it with my girlfriend when it came out, so that that helps. And I have to put this bad boy in S tier. I love how the only two S tier movies we have so far are the first and second Conjuring films. As it should be, actually. As it should be. Next up, The Curse of La Llorona. I'm conflicted with this one because as a Latino, I'm glad we got a movie about La Llorona in Hollywood. I just wish it was better. I just wish it was better. Like, it's not the worst film ever. I've I've seen bad films. I've seen horrible films. Should I do a tier list of all the terrible films I've seen and see which one is the best? Like, which one is the best out of a pile of garbage? um, I like the design of La Llorona, which if you don't know what that is, if you don't know who she is, I hope I don't. I hope I don't lose what Mexican card I have. Basically, this woman drowned her kids, and now she's roaming and crying. Hence the name La Llorona, which God translates into the weeping woman. So she's wandering around crying, trying to find her kids that she drowned. And when she finds kids that she thinks are hers, I'm sure you can guess where this story's going. So do I think they interpreted this urban legend well? Again, I think they did it well enough, but there definitely could have been improvements. There definitely could have been improvements. So this is our first, not horrible, but very disappointing. Now, it is the final countdown, the last two. We're, we're switching them because we have to save the better one for last. The Nun. Oh boy. When we got teased, when we got that post credit scene, like something out of a Marvel film, basically teasing Valak. Excuse me while I put my hair up. When we got that tease for Valak getting her own movie, boy, I was hyped. Hyped, I say. A movie with our favorite demon nun? Yes, please. Then I watched it. Then I watched it. And it was like a Dementor um, hovered into to the room and took all my happiness with it. I think the only thing I liked about it was Sister Irene and Frenchie. Lit- Literally. Oh, and the ending when it tied back in to the the Conjuring. The only three things I liked about it, like it, all the aura, all the terrifyingness, all the mystique that Valak had in The Conjuring 2. Thanos snapped away. Like, oh, it's like I want to like it. I want to like it because it's the first Nun movie. It's Valak. What the fuck happened? So this is joining our, our our girl in low F tier. Now the Nun 2. I think this is the better of the two. Could it have been better? Yes. Did I still enjoy myself watching it? Also, yes. This one picks up a little while after the first one. I believe, racking my brain on this one. Yes, this one picks up with Frenchie, who's now possessed with Valak, and now Valak's long game, her her weighing, her gaining her strength, done. Our girl is back to get her get back. She is back to get her get back. We start with her terrorizing a church, which I mean, do we expect anything else from our girl? No, no, we don't. No, we do not. And we see our girl, Sister Irene again, who honestly, her and Frenchie, also her partner in this ghost hunting detective buddy cop movie, who I cannot remember her name for the life of me. They are honestly the highlights. Also, Valak, because it's her movie. They're honestly the highlights of this film. I I do like how they beat her with like in the freaking goofiest way possible. Honestly, they beat her in the goofiest way possible. Like Sister Irene being this. Uh, no, not being, using this like holy mystical artifact. I can suspend my disbelief with a bunch of films. I mean, I watch comic book movies like, but this one I'm like, eh, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, let's go with that. If anything, it made me miss how simple, how simple the Conjuring 1 and 2 was. With the Conjuring 1 and 2, uh, they exercise Bathsheba. They use Valak's name against her. Now it's like we're going hard left on the on the crazy bus and just hitting every bump on the way down. That being said, actually no. No 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 no. You're good, but not that good. So there you have it. I think I need to move Annabelle creation up. It's like I don't know if the Nun 2. Actually, no. This feels right to me. This feels right to me. So this is my tier list, my ranking for every Conjuring film we have, from the main three to all of the spin-offs. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Would you rank these differently? These films more or less? Um, what would you do if you lived in a haunted house? Have you lived in a haunted house? Let me know all that and more down below. Like, comment, subscribe, join my Patreon, join my Discord, where we can chat, play games, hang out, all that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.